got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got...
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. It's a short kick. Take it. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Locke. Dorsett's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. To throw is Locke. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the...
Bears in the building to steal yo offense.
Defense. Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, pick your game up. 11B.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Complete to Dorsett. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Go.
I'm coming after you.
Play action. It's Locke. Flushed out right. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out.
plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go. It's gonna be a long day, offense. It's gonna be a
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
check 24.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and goal, Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. 488. 55. Eat. He's time to eat. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 188. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Check it backer. Check it backer. Kill. We're going to 54. Hey, 47. Yo. Check 50. Check 50. Off. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Third and short yardage. Prescott finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st.
Watch the whip. 54. 43 the mic. Check right. Here we go, 47. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check 26.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And he locates Walker, complete. And he'll go down, but not... Getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 30.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
The Rams take over.
We got this.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Another try after the first down sack. Luck. That's complete to Sharp. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check out. 675. Close. Strong right. Switch. Check. Lucky. Check 3. Mexico. Check.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go. 11. Z. Rush in. Hey, Alpha. Hurry. Blue draw Corkers.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. He's got his man Sharp complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 38.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Bandit. 6-6. Bullet high. 12.
A shotgun snap for Love. Got his target, Samuel. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there. And
he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Kyle Van Noy racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Hey, seam 6. 59. Mine's 59.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck letting one go deep for the end. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Philip Dorsett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Tighten up. SOS. There we go, kill. Check, 55. There we go, kill. 55.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
47. Here we go, 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Kill. 47. Check. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's go, defense. And here we go. 55's Mike.
On third down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
And it's getting him home. Hey, alert three. Hey, kill. Mike 55. Hey, defense, let's go.
Now Prescott on fourth down. And he finds Stills complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check it. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Prescott to throw it. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Going 52. Check, 55, Mike. I got it. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Here we go. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Watch the run.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that'll make our score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Strip that ball. 12. Mike 5-4. Hey, Echo. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I know he ain't got it. Mike's 54. 11. Hey, wahoo. 54.
On first down, Love. Dorsett making the catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Luck now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
11 V. Hey, foxtrot.
Throwing again is Lott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, LA! As his guys are in for 6, and the Rams tack on to their advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be taken, and a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
And got his man complete. The 30, the 20, and he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
You better be afraid of me. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, watch. Crawl. Hey, Charlie. Mike, 54 is Mike.
Throwing is long. Completes it to Dixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first and goal, Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Luck now to throw. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, with his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know
looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Trying to get it that time to Stills. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
After the interception, it's Luck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Philip Dorsett with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
42, Seahawks 7. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Hey, tight. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, kill. 47. Then we're going to 53. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Here we go.
From the 39, Prescott. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 40. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You got it.
It's a gain of 7.
Kill.
At the Rams' 33-yard line.
And again, it's Prescott. That one complete to Bettis. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Come. Here we go. Go to 54. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Here we go. 26.
To the air again, Prescott. Going for it all. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Hey, Haywood.
On 1st down, it's Love. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Got a man, that's Allison. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
At the 16-yard line.
47.
From the 16, Prescott. Open here is Allison. That's complete.
Prescott's pass.
Let's go.
Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
What we got? Sponge. No. Here we go, 46.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long.
Check. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 26.
2nd down and goal. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Geronimo Allison the target there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Delaney Walker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will get him one closer. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. Dixon, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Now Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. 12. Record. Hey, check 3. 218, chopper. 12.
Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
3rd and long, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Prescott from the gun on third. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Kill. Hey, 47.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
We're going to 54. Why?
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
We're going 47.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Wild Bill. Mike
26.
Prescott from the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Here we go, 46.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
I got you, boy.
Mike, here we go, kill.
Mike 55.
Gun.
We own them. Hey, check Mike.
26.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Now a desperation throw deep and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A.J. Green with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will shave one more off this lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Philip Dorsett, 77 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
47. You don't want it. Jim.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott, he's got Green. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
but that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Check 31, check 31. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Let's get the ball. 43 is the mark.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Los Angeles, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.